Because on the one hand, I'm taking my time and progressing. We have alarm. Arza. Okay.
Coffee time.
Yes. So, Anya, can you believe you are here in Israel now?
I can't believe it, honestly.
Can you believe that you won't be in Israel in a few hours?
I'm so sad. But
It's
maybe
crazy.
that's why we need to spill the tea
Yes.
or coffee, maybe,
Spill the
to
coffee.
feel better about it. I had so much fun. I had an amazing seminar. Thank you for organizing it.
It was amazing.
And I think that we have some thoughts after having it
Definitely.
that we want to share.
Definitely.
So I think that my general impression after working for some time with people around the world is that people really should understand, like it's obvious that they should understand dogs better, but we should be more sensitive for what dogs are telling us and be more forgiving and be more understanding.
I agree. I think that it's not just about being forgiving and thinking about what the dog is telling us, but also we have to learn also how to be forgiving towards ourselves, how to have like compassion for ourselves and understand that, okay, it's okay that we made a mistake. We don't need to break everything and go into this crazy tantrum just because something is not working and start blaming it on the dog or on ourselves. Or it's okay, you know?
Yeah, my thoughts are quite obvious, but I will say it anyway. If you are not confident about your skills as a dog trainer, your dog will not feel confident. And if you are too confident with your skills without seeing dog on the other side,
Your dog will
you will still not be confident. And this
Maybe.
is, I think this is the major problem right now, because our skills as a dog society grown very fast since last few years. And we've learned a lot and we have higher expectations. Competitions have a high level. We want to reach the goal, achieve the trophies, but somewhere between the lines we lost understanding that dog need to feel confident in a team just as much as humans should feel confident about it. And I think it's very important to start training dogs from different perspective, so they are deciding part of our team.
I remember when I started in dog dance, I took Pesach and he had no idea what we're doing. Also, I didn't have any idea what we're doing. But he was playing frisbee and he was so good with the disc. So confident about catching frisbee and like, I know my words, I can do it. And I took him to dog dance and I was like, this dog is gonna be so charismatic. He's gonna be on fire. And I took him in the ring and he was like, what am I doing here? Who am I?
Overwhelming.
Where am I? This is too much. And he tried to go out of the ring and it was like a whole story. And afterwards I was like, what happened to my confident dog? What happened to this dog who was so secure of himself? And I realized it's, just because a dog is good in something doesn't mean he's confident in himself. And I think it's even more than that because people don't always see it in dog sports. But there's a big difference between a dog who is performing with confidence, real confidence with himself, and a dog who is performing that he's like, okay,
He's
my
just
handler
confident.
told me, he
He's
told
just
me what to
confident.
do, and I know that I should listen, so I will do it. And I think that people should have like their first goal when training a dog is my dog confident? This should be the starting point of everything. If your dog is not confident, wait. First, the confidence. Wait. I know it's like a
No
really weird to
time.
say.
No time for that. No, but I agree. And also from the opposite side of the story, I used to compete with a dog. I used to be a good player that time, but my dog was not very good in what he was doing. And I was taking so much responsibility on myself about everything that was happening. So I was responsible for when he's catching a disc, when he's starting the element, how to throw so he will catch it, because a different throw and he will not catch it. And like I was responsible for literally everything. And it was such a huge pressure on me. And not only dog felt not confident because he didn't know how to solve problems if they appeared, he didn't know how to do something by himself, but I was walking on the field and I knew that one mistake that I make and everything will collapse, all the communication, all the timing, all the sequences. And I think we have some weird pattern of controlling everything because we are used to doing it in everyday life, and who are we to judge? But in dog sports it's a bit different because it's not an individual sport. I don't know, you can do by yourself normal sport, you are a team.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to be responsible for everything in pairs, you want to be together.
No, I will tell you what. And here's the most human thing. You want to be together, but you also want that everything will be in your way.
Of
And
course.
everyone needs to listen to what you think is right. And if it's not your way, it's probably a wrong way. But still, you feel like it's a teamwork.
Mm.
I'm going to stop for a moment because I think cats are stuck. Your fiarvi.
Cats.
Doors have to be closed, like without animals behind them.
Yesterday Pesach, today who? Who was
Harvey.
that? Harvey.
Yeah.
Sorry, Harvey.
Yes. Oh my God. So, what I was.
You've been saying about
Control.
yes.
Yes. So I think this is the main problem because it's the same also in human relationships. On the one hand, we want to be understood. We want to be like that. We want people to read our mind, but also I am right. It should be my way. I need to stay in control. And this lack of ability to like, okay, give away some of the control. Take the responsibility. This is my responsibility. This is your responsibility. Sharing it, like really sharing responsibilities. The fact that we are not able to do it, of course, it will affect the relationship with the dog eventually. We are making them feel incapable of making their own
Yes.
decisions.
You are not smart enough to do it by yourself.
You can't decide when to run and where to run and how to run and how. Don't do this. Try to be more like this. Where is your dog really fitting in?
Also, if you will teach your dog how to communicate with you, he will tell you what he can do and what he can't do. And the true bond starts when, in my opinion at least, if my dog tells me that he don't want to do it and I respect it. And I wish everyone could have this energy in their training, because dogs are really surprised at first. They're like, but later, oh, so I can have any opinion and you respect it. Okay, now we are talking. Of course, it doesn't mean that we are not manipulating them a little bit, because obviously we want them to feel fun on training and enjoy it, but there is no chance dog will enjoy something that we forced him to do if he refused.
I think it starts with understanding. It's I always say that dogs, they are not so complex. They want the toy, they want the cuddle, they want the love, they want to feel respected. But they are not so complex. They're not thinking 100 steps ahead. They're thinking about right now, right here. They're in the moment. And for me, a dog who doesn't want to do something, it means one of a few things. Either he doesn't understand what he should be doing and he doesn't have enough confidence to try,
Mm-hmm.
or he's doing something that feels uncomfortable physically. So when a dog is not doing something, it's come from uncomfort, either physical uncomfort or the mental uncomfort. But the mental uncomfort we can train. Physical uncomfort depends.
Limits, yeah,
Yeah, some things we can train, some things we can't.
of course.
But the point is, if the dog can do it and understands what to do, he will do it. He wants the treat more than we want to give it to him.
But you know what also motivates dog later? Not only treat or
Of
toy,
course.
success, feeling of being smart.
Yes.
This is sometimes I am rewarding my dogs just because that's how I work.
And
But
then
I
for the
see
try.
that the reward comes when they solve the puzzle, especially in shaping, when you have good communication tools and they try to do and that, and suddenly they hear you are close and you're like, I'm close, I'm so smart. And this is something that really can change the game, because especially in the frisbee, we take for granted that dog will work because he's working for a toy. But it's like with humans, some people will do tennis and some people will do climbing in high mountains. And these two sports have, you can't compare the risk of doing them, because one is just a physical activity, and in the second one you may die, you may fall in the gap in the earth. So with dogs it's quite the same. Some of them have different characters. Some of them will never climb a mountain because this is not their personality.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that I can't teach them how to climb the wall in a club next to me. They can feel confident with that. Maybe we'll go to some small mountains. They don't need to climb it, but they can be there. You know what I mean? They
Like
can be
partners.
yeah, they can secure others or watch others climb, and maybe one day they will decide to climb a small mountain for the first time, and it's worth respecting.
Yeah. I think it's about giving the dog the feeling like even when you're trying and you're still not on the final goal, even when it's just an attempt, I can see your attempt. I can see your hard work. I can see you trying. And at the end of the day, I think this is where the dog also, a lot like humans, they want to feel seen. They want to know that someone is paying attention to what they're doing. And I say a lot that the confidence of the dog is growing from this sense of feeling like I can do it. But the trust with the handler, the confidence in handler, it comes from this sense of feeling like I can because I know there is someone here with me.
Do
He's
you
like he
mean
has my back.
do you mean that people should learn?
No, 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 no. Of course
No,
not.
I'm
People know
joking.
everything.
I'm joking, but listen, I really respect going to different trainers, different sports, even going to completely different things. Lately, I was reading a book about physics and about like quantum theory, and I still don't know what that is, but I've learned a lot from how to judge word, what is really like the perspective that we should have while like listening to someone, or how to judge things that people are saying and how to find something for themselves. And I think that we can actually learn a lot just by asking good questions.
Yes.
And we can also ask a lot of questions to our dogs. Which toy do you like? How do you like to receive your food? Do you want me to throw it? Do you want to have it from my hand?
On the ground, like
Do you want
tossing.
to have it from the bowl? Do you want it to run away from you? Do you want it to be thrown in the air? Like, we can ask so many questions to make our dogs feel seen.
Yeah. And you know, it starts with a very simple question that a lot of people they complain about it after. Do you like it when I touch you? When I pet you?
Mm-hmm.
You know? I have before I started in dog sports, I was doing therapy assisted dogs. like the and one of the first things that I was teaching to kids and teenagers was you have 5 seconds to touch the dog. After 5 seconds, you stop. If the dog stays next to you and comes closer, it means it was fun for him. He would like to have more of this type of petting. But if he doesn't do it, give him the space that he needs. Maybe now he doesn't want it. And, you know, she wants it. She
Please,
was
more
like,
petting.
are we talking about petting?
Yes. Why are you not petting me, by the way? Good timing, Bailey.
You
Good
know?
timing.
And it's crazy to see how many people, they just touch their dogs and in the middle of work, and then the dog is like, I don't want it. No, come on. Why you don't want me to pet you? While you're in huge tents at work and doing things, and respect your dog.
Not every touch is petting, and not every interaction with us is a social reward.
Yes. And at the end, a dog who will not be able to speak on what's on his mind, a dog that will not be able to say, this feels comfortable, this feels nice, he will never be confident. And it's the first thing that a dog needs to feel. If we want our dog to be a part of this journey, not just in dog sports, in life, walking the street and feeling good about it. If we want a dog who can handle life, he needs to have the self-confidence to know the boundaries that he sets for himself. Of course, we should have boundaries as owners. You cannot run to the highway, you know?
Yeah.
Don't attack people, okay. But give the dog the option to set up his boundaries. Bailey, I think Ania
This
is
is
setting
my
a boundary.
Right, I can pet you like this.
But I really think this is something that people are forgetting. The dog needs to have confidence. He needs to be able to communicate with skill, to tell you, yes, I think I can do it. No, I think I can't do it. But I know that you're here for me. I know that you will support me. So I'm able to try. I'm able to give it an attempt. I'm able to be brave right now and see if maybe I could do it.
But you know, this you have a lot of people on your lessons who lost the path with their dogs, but I think this path starts super early, and young dogs are really often compared to kids for a reason, because they have like childish perspective on what is going on. They will not get serious in training. Like they will not accept being forced to do something. They will not understand why they can't do that and here they can do that. So putting puppies in very difficult tasks will not grow their self-confidence. There is a reason why in school we are receiving more and more responsibilities on our way, more and more stress so we can handle it. In the first moment when you go to school, your stress is, from our perspective, almost none. But for these kids, they are crying because of the homework or because of the exam.
Because of the social
Of course.
interaction.
Yes, and how can I expect this kid to like do some very complicated, difficult work with being self-confident and without high emotions from any perspective, if it's high emotion like sadness or stress or I don't know, anything. It's just the young organism is just learning how to handle the pressure, emotions. And I think with puppies, we have such a huge pressure of losing time or breaking, destroying the potential.
Great.
It's a cat interaction, guys.
Pesa, make the right decision, mommy. Boelai.
You said what you knew.
Good job.
Yes, you can go.
There are 5 dogs and 2 cats in this house right now.
And guess who's the
Also,
boss?
two ladies.
Yes. So we are so afraid of losing time and breaking the potential that we are starting too early and losing the potential of a dog.
I think that, and I think this is a problem that happens a lot, not to beginners actually, but
Of
to more
course.
advanced
Oh, such a
athletes,
pressure.
because they've already proven themselves once with one dog. So now it's time to do it again.
Mm.
Even for me, and I told you this a few times, I have Serafina. She is 1 year and 1 month old, and I feel bipolar with her,
Mm.
because on the one hand, I'm taking my time, I'm progressing. We have alarm. Arza. Okay. We will get back to it.